Why, hello there. I'm Chiefin and you're geeking with the Comic Chief. Today I will be reviewing Conan the Barbarian number 278.
Whosoever watches this channel, if he or she be worthy, shall acquire the knowledge from the Comic Chief.
The original cover art was drawn by Esad Ribic, but I went ahead and got Pepe Larraz and Marty Gracia's Scrolls variant. I have to say that Pepe is becoming one of my new favorite artists. The issue is titled The Life and Death of Conan Part 3, Sumerians Don't Pray. The art was beautifully drawn by Mahmoud Asrar, and I'm starting to believe that he complements Jason Aaron's stellar writing. The art was overall fantastic. The writing was also great, although it didn't wow me like the first two issues. Don't get me wrong, the narration was great, just not amazing, so I'm gonna give it a half star. The plot, if it weren't for the end, I don't know if I would really understand why this was important except for the title that Sumerians Don't Pray. I just don't know. Coming after a solid second issue, it just didn't do it for me, so no. I'm sorry, Jason. You're still awesome. The character development? Yeah, got it. Sumerians Don't Pray. But I mean, okay, I guess we see Conan at his lowest. That was it. Half star. At $3.99, I didn't feel like this issue truly was worth it, so another half star. Therefore, overall, I give it 3.5 stars out of 5. Check my math. Yeah, the lowest of the three released so far, but I'll keep pulling. Okay, so let's get on to the review. The issue opens up in the land of Nemedia. We are in a town called the Red Tree Hill, and the first panel shows a dead man, eyes bulging out of his skull and beet red. He was hung. As if that wasn't graphic enough, he was cut loose and fed to a pack of wild dogs who were already feeding on another bloody half-eaten corpse. I had to check. Parental advisory is still advised, so be careful when you buy this. So Red Tree Hill is a town where gold thieves came to die. You stole gold, you died. People from all over the town came to Red Tree on a hill, hanging after hanging, to watch people die. So we get to the good stuff. The next person to meet the doom was none other than Conan the Barbarian. At this point in time, he is merely 17 years old. He has been stealing gold for months across the Numidian lands and living life on the edge. At this point in his life, the barbarian stole for a living. Wow. Wow. So the Nemedians tied a noose and placed it around his neck. The town was ready to see the Sumerian meet his doom, and as the stool below his feet was kicked, Conan began to choke. His face turned red, and I was sure he was going to die. Even though I know he isn't going to die because he becomes king, but maybe he got brought back to life later on. I don't know, but he didn't die. His size was so massive, he didn't break the noose, but the tree branch itself snapped and he fell to the ground. Talk about luck. So the Nemedian guards went to attack Conan, but he whipped his noose around so hard that he knocked them out. As the guards attempt to attack him again, Conan's sheer strength sends the Red Tree to crush the guards and knock them off, other townsmen off the cliff into the pit of wild dogs. I think there is a great Jason Aaron nod. This is a great, it's because he also writes Star Wars, and one of the Nemedians yells "No" as he falls to his death. It's a Darth Vader thing. If you don't understand, watch the original trill. So as more Nemedians go to attack Conan, he tells them to back off unless they wanted to join the pit of dogs. Conan is finally overpowered and knocked out. I thought maybe the townsfolk would have had common sense and just throw him into the pit, but they don't. Instead, he was locked up in a jail cell, and so yeah. So Conan requested a priest, and it was all part of his plan in the end, but even with warnings from the guards, the priest went to pray for Conan's soul. He tried to tell him there was still time to pray to Mitra, their god, to save his soul. As he comes close to Conan's cell, Conan told him Sumerians don't pray, and he grabs the guard by his neck, strangling him, and continues to say, "We fend for ourselves." It was all part of the plan, all along, told you, and told the priest Mitra was the key to setting him free. So Conan attempts to use the priest as a bargaining chip, but the guards call his bluff and straight up murder the priest for him and plan to just blame it on Conan. So days later, the citizens of Nemenia gathered across the cliff where the Red Tree once stood. As the guards walked Conan to the cliff, lightning-powered clouds filled the skies and it got dark. The executioner was not going to let Conan off easy by feeding him to the dogs right away. He was going to cut all 4 of his limbs off just as Conan cut the limbs off the now dead Red Tree to prove a point. So as the executioner was going to swing his axe to cut off Conan's left arm, he is struck by lightning. Fantastic art. Fantastic. What are the odds of that? This was my favorite art in the book, and a close runner-up was of the executioner's burning body right after. So Conan walks away, and the townsmen no longer worship the Mitra, but Conan's god Crom. So we finally fast forward to where we left off on issue number 1. I was disappointed when we didn't pick up there at the beginning of issue number 2, but this is actually some great storytelling. We see an older, passed out Conan laying in the back of the wagon, 2 young children filled with dead corpses. The children and their mother, Crimson Witch, were taking Conan's body, seemingly dead body, to their temple To be continued. Great story, great read. I'm glad this is on my pull list. What do you think, YouTube? Let me know. Are you reading this? Are you going to read this? I don't know. That's all I got. This is Errol, the Comic Chief, going offline.